Okay, so we're going to do a new standing variation set of exercises. So to start with, just have one hand on the side or on the side of the chair, and you can just start by circling your ankle around. So you're going to take 10 circles one way, and then just circle it the other way. Now we really want to focus on the ankle joint, so we want to try to keep limited movement in the leg, just working the ankle. Then we're going to point and flex the foot. So you're pointing the toes down, flexing the foot up. Take a few here. Getting as much range as you can to send the toes down, then send the toes up to the ceiling. And again, the more you can do of these sorts of exercises, the better. So whenever you get a moment, you can give it a go. And let's change sides. So standing on the other leg, give that one a little shake out. Onto the other side. So we're going to go into the ankle joint. Notice if it feels any different to the other side. Maybe a bit stiffer, or maybe this side's a bit looser. And we'll take it the other way. And then we'll point that toe down, lift the toes to the ceiling, get as much flex there as you can. Send the toes down. And we'll take a few more here. And this arm can be anywhere really, I was just there. You could just be relaxed by your side. And we'll just take one more down and up. And again, give that leg a little shake off. Okay, facing the chair or your side, whatever you're using to hold on to, just take a few rocks forwards and backwards before we come up into our first rise. So I'm just shifting the weight forwards into the balls of my feet, and then sending the weight back. When you're ready, you can just float the heels off, thinking about keeping the spine nicely stacked, eye gaze out directly in front of you, so we don't want to be looking down. Chin nice and level. And coming down with that nice control lift through the body. So again, just transferring into the balls of the feet. And when you're up there, can you take a hand off? So less support with the chair, but know that the chair or the side is there for support. And can you switch sides? Making sure you've got a bit of support on one side before you lift off. And of course, a progression here is if you want to just hover both hands away. Don't need to lift them high. They can just release, and you can just test nice and gently, knowing that you've got the support of the side there if you need it. And come on down. Nice and easy. Okay. Turning back, so you've got one hand on the side. We're going to do some high knee marching. So again, I'm just placing my hand on my waist so it's out of the way, and lift the knee high and change sides. So again, thinking about that lift through the body as you're lifting the leg up. And something you can also add in is marching around the room or holding on to the kitchen island or the sides, wherever you've got space to do it. So you can practice just transferring that weight onto one side, lifting the knee as high as you can and lowering down. Trying again to keep the focus out rather than looking down. Okay. We've also got the side leg lift. So you're going to take one foot out to the side, lifting the body, eye gaze directly out in front of you. And you're going to just lift that leg up and touch it down. whilst keeping everything else nice and linear. Reaching the leg out and away, out to the side. Now you can breathe out to lift the leg. Inhale, lift to lower. Exhale, lift the leg. 2 more here. And then you go on over to the other side. It's the same thing. Send the other leg away. And you're going to lift and lower and lift and lower. You're going to take 6 more. Exhaling, I should turn this way. Lift and lower. So again, everything is nice and square. Just the side of the leg and the outside of the hip. Round into the glute at the back. Anyone counting? Because I've lost count as usual. 2 more. Woo. Last one. And lower it down. Give those legs a little shake out. So we then have a range of other options that you can practice. And again, either holding on to the side or you can do it without holding on. We have the side squat. So you're squatting but moving around the room. So here I'm just keeping nice and low in my squat. Again, eye gaze out. You can hold on to a side if that's available for you. Going around, working into the legs, working into the ankle joints, strengthening in the calves. We also have one foot in front of the other. Lifting tall. And being really aware of how you put the foot down, so you're not rushing it. Really considered footsteps, lifting up through the body. And again, you can take this around your room. Or holding on to a surface. Till you bring yourself back around. And then just to finish, if you find a chair leg, you can put the ball of the foot up as high as you can. And here you're just stretching the back of the calf. So you can lean forward slightly, and I can feel a big stretch at the back of my calf, at the back of my leg. And you're just going to hold it, hold it. Ooh, hold it here. Make sure your chair's nice and sturdy. And then change sides. So again, you're really thinking about how much you can flex that foot to get as much stretch in the back of the calf as possible. Breathing into the stretch. And then turning the foot over. So I'm trying to get the front part of my foot turned over, and I'm going to stretch the front of the foot. It gets so abandoned, the front of the foot really will probably feel quite tight. So just take a few breaths into that stretch. And then you can release and switch sides. So I'm trying to get my body quite close to the chair, tucking the toes under as much as the foot will allow, and taking some breaths to stretch into the front of the foot. And then just release off. Taking a nice rise to finish. So you can come up onto your tiptoes one last time. Coming up as high as you can, lifting the body. Lower those heels with as much control as you can. And then take a well-earned rest. Thank you for joining me on that, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.